Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Our staff at Soccer 2000 live, eat, and breathe soccer. When you come into Soccer 2000, you're going to be talking to somebody who knows the sport. So if you have questions about footwear, you're going to get answers. If you have questions about the replica jerseys, you're going to get answers because that is our expertise. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits from the top manufacturers to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Soccer 2000 provides exceptional individual and club service. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Alex Campbell here on the field with Chicago House's Jack Kramer ahead of tonight's Midwest Premier League match between the House and Edgewater Castle FC. Jack, your guys' final home game of the season tonight. How much does tonight and getting 3 points mean to you guys as a group?
It means everything. We need this 3 points. We need the next 2 games. We got to win them both to keep the chances in the table.
Both teams here tonight still with a chance to win the league. What kind of game are you expecting tonight? What kind of energy do you think we're going to see out here?
High energy. I know they want to win. They got talented players too, so it'll be a good one.
This week leading up to this game, biggest thing head coach Matt Poland has been preaching to you guys about what you guys need to focus on in this game tonight.
Be organized, disciplined defensively, and score first.
Well, we've got kickoff coming up very shortly here on the Recruitlings YouTube page. Jack Kramer, thank you very much. Edgewater Castle FC at Chicago House coming up next, right after this. Yeah, you're good.
We're building!
We're building!
We're building!
An academic wing.
An athletic complex.
A library.
A modern campus.
Family.
Traditions. School spirit.
Respect.
We're building!
We're building!
We're building.
Success.
Champions.
Legacy. Leaders.
Excellence. Health.
Inclusion.
A Vincentian mission. Community.
We're building!
We're building!
We're building DePaul College Prep.
Since our founding in 2014, we've been building something incredible at DePaul College Prep. We've built a name, a campus, and a welcoming community. We've built upon the service-focused charism of the Vincentians. We've built on the foundation of a diverse, exciting, and beautiful city. We've built the curriculum and programs to provide a rigorous Vincentian Catholic College Prep education. We've built a community who live out our mission and vision.
At DePaul College Prep, we truly are building in so many ways and have been since laying the foundation in 2014. We are so proud to see our students, faculty, and alumni immersed in our mission of teaching, learning, faith, and service. And we're grateful for the young women and men who have been a special part of our school community over the past 9 years and who strive to have a positive impact in our neighborhoods, our city, and our world.
The energy around our community of faith and learning is palpable. Our enrollment has risen every year since our founding in 2014. We will soon welcome more than 1,100 students who come to us from nearly 60 different zip codes from around the city.
Lots of us come from different backgrounds and religious affiliations, but at the same time, we don't really take that into account because we all come together and we support each other in what we believe in. And so I feel like that support system is very important in building an inclusive community.
It just feels like a big family. Like everyone goes back to the community because of how welcoming it is and how easy it is to make friends here.
My favorite part of being a student here at DePaul College Prep is just the family and the community that we have built here.
They're always encouraging students to be heard and to put their voice out there, whether it's a new club being made or some type of after-school activity.
At the core of DePaul College Prep's growth is the people who work hard to make our vision a reality. Our leadership and faculty have designed a rigorous curriculum paired with meaningful co-curricular programming. Our academic partnership with DePaul University, dedicated faculty, innovative curriculum, and welcoming community creates an environment that encourages intellectual curiosity and values each student. We have teachers and coaches who align with our mission and help support our students' success in academics, athletics, activities, and personal and spiritual development. We provide modern spaces and technology needed to serve our community. And as we speak, the addition of our much-needed South Academic Wing is underway and will open in the fall of 2023. This extension will include 19 classrooms, 2 science labs, and a dining space. Our most important work is helping to form young women and men who are ready for college, university, and life. We are already seeing the fruits of our labor as our graduates matriculate at a rich array of nationally ranked colleges and universities across the country and are beginning their careers in a multitude of industries.
The success of DePaul Prep students and alumni has helped ignite the school's growth and has established the school as a community anchor.
As someone who's been a part of the DePaul College Prep family since day one, I am humbled by the interest and support of our students and families from our surrounding neighborhoods and across the city. And it's not just that we've seen the enrollment numbers go up, which is critical, but it's about each and every student we serve. DePaul Prep is a special community. These are talented, caring, smart, young women and men who want to contribute to what we are building here.
As we evaluated schools, we were really impressed with the foundation that's been built here at DePaul, but now that we're a part of this, we feel like we're a part of something that's building, and I've moved from being impressed to really being proud.
At DePaul Prep, I remember my first day walking in, I'm like, okay, I got some big shoes to fill, and ever since that day, it's made me into who I am.
When I started at DePaul Prep, I was definitely not the best student. Never imagined that I was even going to get into college, let alone like have all these options. I have right now 12 options of college.
When our oldest Cole was in the college process, who is now a freshman at Notre Dame, he was able to have many selections of colleges, and we credit DePaul Prep for setting him up, as well as our son John, with college options. And that is what we're most proud of for our boys.
All the construction that's been put into the school, I'm excited to see where it will lead us for my little sister and future students. Everything's changing in the new school, but I think it's something special, and I think it's something that not every kid gets to experience.
The last 9 years have brought DePaul College Prep its new campus in Roscoe Village, a multi-sport stadium, the David J. and Carrie R. Carlson Library, a fitness center, multiple labs, and other facilities that have helped create a future-ready environment for our students and teachers. As the school's 10th anniversary nears, continued growth is on the horizon. We're building DePaul College Prep.
We ask ourselves St. Vincent de Paul's central question, what must be done? And then we answer that question by building. By building DePaul Prep to be a leader in academics, in faith life, in the social and emotional wellness of our students, and by building our physical campus to be a community anchor for the city of Chicago and its families. With the academic facilities now safely secured, we turn our attention to building our endowment for scholarships and building our indoor athletic complex to complement our modern outdoor stadium. The indoor athletic complex is an essential element for the vibrancy and education of the DePaul Prep community. It's more than a home for our student athletes and teams. It's spaces for our health and wellness and gym classes, and a place for the DePaul Prep community to come together for pep rallies, assemblies, dances, all school masses, and important school ceremonies. Will you help make tonight our most successful step forward in our plans to build DePaul College Prep? Build with us, not only to mark our first 10 years, build with us so that 20, 30, 50 years from now and beyond, we can all be proud of what we've accomplished for the families of Chicago and for all of those who are a special part of the DePaul College Prep family. We have laid a strong foundation, but we have more to do. With your help and support, we will achieve success. I'm so grateful for all you do for DePaul College Prep. Now let's keep moving forward together. Come, build with us.
We're building.
We're building.
We're building. We're building DePaul Prep.
Welcome to Midwest Premier League Men's Soccer. Tonight, Chicago House AC hosts Edgewater Castle FC live from DePaul College Prep in Chicago, Illinois. Livestream coverage brought to you by Recruitlings. It's game time.
Live from DePaul College Prep High School in the North Center neighborhood of Chicago, this is Midwest Premier League action as Chicago House AC hosts Edgewater Castle. Thanks for joining our broadcast tonight here on Recruitlings. I'm Alex Campbell, and a vital game here in Midwest Premier League action as the season winds down. This the final home game of the summer for Chicago House. Edgewater Castle still have 3 games to play after tonight. House go on the road for just one final game. These teams currently 3rd and 4th in the MWPL standings. A lot on the line in this one tonight, and a familiar face as former House member David Abador starts in defense for Edgewater Castle. On that note, a quick rundown of the starting lineups for each team. First, for the visiting Edgewater Castle FC Rooks. In goal is number 1, Jacob Allstott. The back 4 are number 5, Quentin Benedetto, number 3, Kyle Robson, number 4, David Abador, and number 18, Toby Vimmer. The 3 in midfield are number 21, Gustav Eriksson, number 19, Roberto Cardano, and number 13, Ethan Hausman. In the front 3 on the wings are number 17, Christian Crespo, and number 7, Bardia Kimiavi. And leading the line is number 20, Evangelos Spartiatis. Edgewater Castle are coached by Andrei Berezovchuk. And for the home team, Chicago House, in goal is number 1, Tyler Marfo. The back 4 are number 20, Aaron Wynn, number 2, Jack Kramer, number 15, Pau Mateo Chacon, and number 99, Florian Wador. In midfield are number 29, Elias McLeod, number 14, the captain, A.R. Smith, and number 8, Shannon Seymour. On the wings are number 10, Ricardo Avalos, and number 28, Isaiah Gallegos Munoz. And up front is number 4, Alejandro Mentasti. Chicago House are coached by Matt Poland. As I mentioned, Chicago House currently 3rd in the Midwest Premier League Heartland standings. 3 wins, 3 draws, 2 defeats. Edgewater Castle, meanwhile, 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat so far on the season, having played fewer games, so an opportunity for them to climb up the table. Charney Yaslo, who drew 1-1 here early in the season with Chicago House, currently top the standings, but everything far from clinched up to this point as we see the players start to enter the playing field. Edgewater Castle out first in their sky blue shirts, maroon shorts, and blue socks. And it looks like former houseman David Abador is going to captain the side tonight in a game that I'm sure means a lot to him. A very, very well-traveled player. He played for Chicago House back in 2021, but before that had stints in Sweden, in the USL with Roughnecks FC and Red Bulls 2, then was over in Finland and Israel for a couple of years before returning to the United States with USL Championship side Oakland Roots before joining Chicago House for their debut campaign in Nisa back in 2021. Another particularly interesting note, Edgewater fans will be familiar, but House fans may not be. Head coach Andrei Berezovchuk, his most recent employment before Edgewater Castle was as the sporting director of Medalist, a club in the Ukrainian Premier League, where he played several years as a professional. So quite a lot of high-level experience coming into the Rooks bench for this season. Chicago House, meanwhile, it's the strongest part of this team really all year and for the last couple seasons now is this team's midfield. It'll be Elias McLeod at the base of it as a number 6 with Shannon Seymour and his great passing range and the endless energy of Captain A.R. Smith ahead of him. Smith, number 14 in black. House fans will be well aware is the man to watch as here comes Chicago House. Wearing their all-black kits tonight with the green and orange trim. Tyler Marfo, the House goalkeeper, will be in yellow. Jacob Allstott for Edgewater Castle will be in pink. Edgewater, a team with a lot of new members this season. They've been much improved in league play this summer. Chicago House, though, plenty of familiar faces to fans who've been following this team throughout this season and last in particular, and a couple holdovers from that Nices season as well, still part of this program. A couple notable faces on the bench who've been here for all that history. Damon Almazan and Georgi Spasov could both provide attacking options for Matt Poland in reserve. Both sides going with their home kits tonight. Chicago House continuing to wear those Ronald McDonald sponsored shirts that were part of a fundraiser during their Open Cup run. It's been also cool to see this year that Red Stars forward Sarah Griffith has been sporting one of those shirts before games. She does a lot of charitable work, with the Ronald McDonald House, so that presented a very obvious soccer crossover promotion opportunity. No rain expected in the forecast after what's been a very stormy last week here in Chicago. And it's a humid summer night for soccer. Chicago Fire, also at home in MLS action tonight. They take on Toronto FC. All eyes, though, of the American soccer world today at least, and probably for the foreseeable future, focused primarily on South Florida, where Lionel Messi was officially announced today as having joined Inter Miami CF. One of those days that feel like it could be a marquee moment of before and after in American soccer. And no shortage of action, though, around the country tonight, not just in MLS, not just here in North Center, but all across America at all sorts of levels. And we're very thankful that you've chosen to tune into this Midwest Premier League matchup here on Recruitlings. Kickoff just a couple of minutes away here at DePaul College Prep. Both of these teams coming off victories in their most recent league games. House defeating Adria 2-1. And Edgewater Castle defeating Steel City 1-0. Edgewater with all those games in hand that I mentioned earlier due to them advancing all the way to the Illinois Amateur State Cup Final, where they lost to Midwest Premier League Heartland Division leaders Charny Yaslo. So they still have to play DeKalb County United, Charny Yaslo, and RWB Adria. A very tough run-in for Edgewater Castle after tonight. Most of the top of the table all in the running still there as Edgewater looks to climb their way up the positions in those remaining matches. Again, Chicago House with just one remaining road game. Looking to take all 3 points here tonight in their home finale in front of a gathering crowd here on this Saturday evening in Chicago. We've also got air quality that's a little worse for wear. Some of that wildfire smoke from Canada has drifted back in, and we're only a few miles from downtown Chicago, but it is clouded in a thin layer of haze. Captains Abador and Smith have conversed with the referees. Abador sporting one of those face protection masks, indicating that might have an injury to his nose or potentially elsewhere on his face. Referees in red and black tonight.
Please welcome to the pitch the match officials and tonight's starters. First, for visiting Edgewater Castle FC, number 4, David Abador. Number 1, Jacob Alside. Number 5, Quentin Benedetto. Number 19, Roberto Cardano. Number 17, Christian Crespo. Number 21, Gustav Eriksson. Number 13, Ethan Hausman. Number 7, Bardia Simiavi. Number 3, Kyle Robson. Number 20, Evangelo Spartiatis. Number 18, Toby Zimmer. Edgewater Castle's head coach is Andre Berezovka. And now for your Chicago House AC, number 10, Kiki Avalos. Number 28, Isaiah Gallegos Jr. Number 2, Jack Kramer. Number 1, Tyler Marco. Number 15, Pau Mateo Chacon. Number 29, Elias McLeod. Number 4, Alejandro Mentasti. Number 20, Aaron Nguyen. Number 99, Florian Waydor. Number 8, Shannon Seymour. And number 14, Captain A.R. Smith. Chicago House head coach is Matthew Pollard.
So just about set to get underway here at DePaul College Prep. Another quick recap of those lineups for Edgewater Castle. It is Allstott, Robson, Abador, Benedetto, Kimiavi, Hausman, Crespo, Vimmer, Cardano, Spartiatis, and Eriksson. And for Chicago House, Marfo, Kramer, McLeod, Chacon, Wador, Smith, Seymour, Wynn, Mentasti, Avalos, and Gallegos Munoz. House in all black will be going from right to left in this opening half. Edgewater in the sky blue and maroon from left to right. Maybe one of the better uniform matchups you're going to see in all of the Midwest Premier League. Both teams getting very creative with their jersey partners. Diaz of Football as the outfitter of Chicago House this season, and Clubhouse Athletic for Edgewater Castle. You heard a lot of applause for him in those introductions. Number 20 up front for Edgewater Castle, Evangelo Spartiatis, formerly played in the PAOK Academy in Greece, is returning to Greece after this game to go back for the start of the professional season there. Also spent time in the Atlanta United and Columbus Crew Academies, so a lot of pedigree for number 20 in blue. Plenty of threat in the attack in general for Edgewater Castle. We'll see how House's defense tonight is able to deal with that. Neither team starting in goal, the keeper who has marshaled them for most of the season. No Tony Halterman tonight for House, no Tyler Crawford for Edgewater Castle. And we are underway as Spartiatis gets us started. Here's Vimmer, who actually looks like he's going to be starting in a defensive midfield position of sorts. That's a bit unexpected. Vimmer normally a center back, work to the near side. This is Kyle Robson, number 3. Benedetto will send it long. Was looking for the run upfield there of Eriksson. Shannon Seymour gets his first touch, trying to hand it off there to Elias McLeod. Back in possession are the Rooks. Here's the captain, Abador. Crespo exchanging passes there with Cardano, who's lined up at left back, number 19. He will get forward into the attack on the far side for Edgewater Castle. Throw in for the visitors. This is into the feet of Spartiatis. The back heel won't find a teammate as Aaron Wynn at right back tonight for Chicago House sends that out on the far side for a throw-in. Wynn, one of a couple University of Illinois Chicago veterans in the game tonight. Here's Spartiatis, good first touch. Spartiatis in on goal, and it's a save by Marfo. Point blank, but he did well not to direct the rebound into a dangerous area, and Edgewater Castle, behind their star Greek striker, have won the game's first corner. You can see there the Chicago House defenders not wanting to take a risk and put in a challenge, potentially giving away a penalty there. Over to take this is number 7, Bardia Kimiavi, former Northwestern Wildcat. He will take short. Cardano will look to swing this in left-footed, chip to the middle, deflected out for another corner. Wynn and Gallegos Munoz on that occasion closing down the angle on the delivery. Kimiavi played 76 times for Northwestern in his 5 years as a Wildcat. So plenty of high-level college experience as he swings this one in, and it's headed away by McLeod. Only as far as Cardano, who lays his way under it. Not sure if that was going to be a shot or a cross. Either way, it will be a goal kick for Tyler Marfo. Native of Chicago, Illinois, went to high school at Mount Carmel. Played the majority of his college soccer at Dominican out in the western suburbs. This is hit long and flicked on there by Avalos. Looking to hit it in the direction of Alejandro Mentasti, the Argentine striker. Cardano, nice step there by Aaron Wynn, and Avalos was looking to go the other way, but a foul will be called on Wynn after a tangle of legs there with Cardano. Cardano, one of a couple players on this Edgewater squad who made the step up from their second team in the NSL last year and has not only earned a first-team roster spot, but plenty of starts this season as well. Scored a goal earlier this year against Chicago City, excuse me, in a 1-1 draw. Kimiavi here on the right. Giving and going there with Erickson. Kimiavi looking to cross from the end line. Delivery to the middle is met, but not well by Crespo. Marfo can't claim it, and a foul is going to be called, fortunately for the House goalkeeper. A good delivery there by Kimiavi from the near side. But it was Christian Crespo who just couldn't get his header right. And Chicago House breathed a sigh of relief. Only 3.5 minutes in, already 2 very good looks for the visitors. This is Jack Kramer playing at right center back tonight. More commonly plays as a right back, but does offer Coach Matt Pullen that flexibility. Thanks again to Jack for taking a few moments to speak with me ahead of tonight's game. Kramer will send it long, looking again for the head of Avalos. But again, his flick can't find a teammate. Edgewater Castle practically in a back 3 in possession with Kimiavi almost acting as a right wing back. Cardano, the wing back on the far side then, as Kyle Robson is staying home as a third center back after being at right back out of possession. Crespo looking for the crossfield ball, and he's going to find Kimiavi. What a great ball that is by Crespo. Kimiavi, edge of the area, 1-on-1 with Flo Wador. Kimiavi on his left, that shot is blocked and further flicked away. Shannon Seymour gets a touch on it, and able to create some calm there was Elias McLeod. Good defending there for House by the combination of Wador and Pau Mateo Chacon, who was the man who made the block. Wynn will clear, but just over the head of Vimmer. Toby Vimmer will likely very much put the defensive midfielder tonight for Edgewater Castle. As I mentioned, he's more often than not a center back, so he's providing some extra defensive cover in the middle of the pitch. That crossfield ball is errant. It will be a Chicago House throw on the far side. Mentasti couldn't quite get ahead to that one. A.R. Smith put in a challenge as it's flicked on by Cardano and back the other way by Kramer. Benedetto back to Jacob Allstott, another former Northwestern Wildcat, but he's given it away, going for goal and finding the back of the net. What an effort! A big mistake by Allstott and a sweet strike. Ricardo Avalos has Chicago House in front, totally against the run of play, but in the 6th minute, it's 1-0 for the home side.
Chicago House goal scored in the 6th minute by number 10, Kiki Avalos.
Ricardo Kiki Avalos, that's the first touch of the ball that Chicago House have had in the attacking third, but it results in the game's opening goal. A big mistake there under pressure by Allstott. And Chicago House gratefully accept that gift. Edgewater Castle, who have dominated the opening proceedings, now looking to respond. Down the line, here's Kimiavi right back on the attack. Kimiavi, low cross to the middle. Getting a touch there was Kramer. Was going to set up perfectly for Spartiatis, otherwise it'll be out for a house throw on the far side. What a moment, though, for Kiki Avalos. Another former UIC Flame. Wador gets there first ahead of Kimiavi. Gallegos Munoz tries to head it on, but only finds Erickson. Crossfield ball here from Benedetto. Unable to quite track it down was Cardano. Now all of a sudden with a 1-0 lead, House might be okay with the game largely seeing them out of possession and holding their shape well defensively. They've been bending and not breaking in the opening 8 minutes. Again here to the feet of Allstott. Does find a teammate this time. Benedetto to the near side for Robson. Given away though. Elias McLeod in the right place at the right time, but he gives it right back. As I mentioned, neither one of these keepers has been most often first choice this summer. And so I'm sure it was on the minds of both teams to make these keepers make decisions. Wador, the Frenchman, who plays at at Chicago State. As Gallegos Munoz wins a throw. McLeod into the feet there of Mentasti, who tried to spin and shoot, and that was blocked. Crespo looking to go the other way. He's held up briefly, but eventually here's Spartiatis on the near side. That'll be a throw-in for Edgewater on the near side. Good one-on-one defense played there by Chacon of House. Crespo lifting across to the middle, just over Spartiatis. Cardano looks to send it to the middle. That's blocked. Still Cardano. Sliding challenge. Referee will point for a corner kick for Edgewater Castle. That was right along the line. Big challenge put in there by A.R. Smith. I think both teams thought that that ball never went out of play, and I think the resolution we're going to see is a goal kick, or maybe more or less an indirect free kick here from their own 6-yard box for Chicago House. That ball was tackled by Smith and then cut back by Edgewater, and everyone just kind of stopped. Again, it's Avalos looking to flick it on. Cleared by Abador. Marfo's got to be careful that doesn't bounce over his head, and he does well to collect on the bounce. Chacon under some pressure. He's fouled by Spartiatis. Free kick House. And the referee is going to request that that free kick be taken again. Not sure the ball was stationary that time either, but the referee will allow play to resume. Chacon looking to send it forward for the run of Avalos. Important header won by Abador. Crespo leaving this for Erickson. Kyle Robson pushing forward. He'll launch this toward the far side into a good space, but no one had made the run. And Spartiatis waves a hand acknowledging that maybe that's a spot he should have been in. Crowd continuing to file in here. A really nice crowd on hand here at DePaul College Prep. 11 minutes in. And an early goal off a turnover by Edgewater Castle for Ricardo Avalos. Kiki Avalos has the home side in front. Benedetto here for Edgewater Castle. Vimmer looking to turn, pressured by Seymour. Again, House looking comfortable in this mid-block out of possession, especially with that 1-0 lead. Spartiati's looking to flick this around the corner. Kimiabi's on the chase, and well done there by Flo Wador to knock that off the charging attacker and win a throw-in for the home side. Erickson on a turnover there. Looking to get to the end line, he'll send a cross in, and it'll be out for a corner on the near side. First corner on the near side, already the third of the evening for Edgewater Castle. Out swinging delivery, flicked on by Kramer. Cardano will pick it up on the far side. One-on-one there with Mentasti, and the attacker did some good defending for the moment, but he turned it back over, cut to the middle, it's just behind Spartiatis, and cleared away. Hooked back forward, Kimiabi's there. He'll head it back to just reset things for the Rooks. Kimiabi 1v2 here. Wador puts the challenge in out for a throw. Erickson. Down the line, Kimiabi racing the ball to the end line. He'll get there first. Cross over everybody. Crespo just trying to track it down to the far side, and he will. Back to Cardano. Cardano chips it into the middle. Header won by Chacon. And a foul called. Shot came in late from Vimmer. Spartiatis was the one in a tangle with Chacon. Number 15 in black has defended well so far against the Greek attacker tonight. Chacon, who came up through the UE Cornelia Academy in Spain. He's previously played for FC United. Nice dummy there by Gallegos Munoz into the path of Shannon Seymour. First attack for House in a while. Gallegos Munoz. Chacon stepping forward into midfield with possession. Gallegos Munoz again. Sending it down the line. Avalos on the chase. That'll deflect. And coming out to claim is Jacob Allstott. Allstott, whose day job is as the lead research engineer at a medical device company. Of course, all these guys do have other jobs besides playing soccer. Crespo under pressure there from Kramer, who's all the way out from center back. Well done by House to win possession. Here's Seymour with room to run. Seymour flipping it ahead just too far for Avalos as he commits a foul against Abador, but House swarming to the ball out of possession there and forcing the turnover. They've picked their spots well so far in this one. 15 minutes gone. Erickson sending it long. Thumbs up from Spartiatis for the idea. Number 20 in blue's been largely quiet since a very active first couple of minutes. Kramer sending it to the near side, looking for the run of Wador. Shaves it back to the middle. Header won by Vimmer. Likewise by A.R. Smith for House. Back to Chacon. Seymour space to turn. Gallegos Munoz gets away from Vimmer. Bit of a loose touch by Mentasti, but Smith able to keep possession for the home team. Mentasti. Gallegos Munoz. Got his foot under, looked to get his head to that one after it was just chipped up in the air a bit by McLeod. House building the pressure. Gallegos Munoz onto his left, looking across. That's blocked by Kimiavi, who will save a corner and just concede a throw. Wador looking to set up this throw-in. We'll go short here for Gallegos Munoz. Wador, one-on-one with Kimiavi, sends in a low cross, and that will go out for a goal kick. Last off of Alejandro Mentasti. "17.5 minutes played. An early goal by Ricardo Avalos. The difference so far, 1-0. Chicago House. Nice crossfield ball to Cardano. Here's Crespo running onto it. Crespo facing up two defenders, tried to split them. Does well to maintain possession. Cardano, left-footed cross, too high for Spartiatis, flicked away only as far as Kimiavi by Wador. Kimiavi along the end line. Robson, first time, sends in a low cross, bounces through to win, and he'll send it upfield for Mentasti to chase. But easily there first is Quentin Benedetto. Again, Edgewater Castle controlled the early exchanges before the goal, and it's been pretty open back and forth since. Nice flick there by Spartiatis. Cardano chips it to the middle. And clearing there is Avalos, dropping back into midfield a bit. Abador sends another ball forward, looking for Kimiavi, who picks it up on the bounce. Knocked out by Gallegos Munoz. Throw in for the Rooks. Header won there by McLeod, and Seymour with a chance to go. Gets there first, but it's taken from him by Cardano, who is covering space in the middle. Again, Kimiavi, the fulcrum for almost every Rooks attack. Crespo. Back here for Kimiavi. Big job tonight, one-on-one for Flo Wador, and he's done well so far. Kimiavi, left-footed cross to the middle. Header won by A.R. Smith. Mentasti just looking to hold things up, and he put it behind Avalos. Erickson again looking down the near side, this time for Robson. Chacon will have to keep it in play under Robson's pressure, but excellent calm displayed there by Chacon. Not the same level of accuracy on the pass, however. Erickson again. We don't have this as an official stat, but if I had to guess, possession right now is about 80-20 in favor of Edgewater Castle. But the score is ultimately all that matters, and that still reads 1-0 in favor of House. Wador, Seymour, Gallegos Munoz. Nice fake there by Gallegos Munoz, and again, back for Seymour. Nice 1-2 there. This is over the top and claimed by Allstott. Pressure was coming from A.R. Smith, bombing forward from midfield. You'll certainly see times during Chicago House games where A.R. Smith has license to play all 10 outfield positions at once. Erickson. Again, wide right for Kimiavi. Kimiavi around Wador. Nice move there by Bardia Kimiavi. Kimiavi right-footed cross low. Shot was blocked. It came from Hausman. Bit of an unexpected left-footed effort, and then curling one over the crossbar is Erickson. Better from the Rooks, but still no clear chances on target since the early House goal. Does feel like, though, an equalizer is inevitable. But Chicago House will hope they can keep that 0 on the scoreboard. As we approach 22 minutes played. Avalos, the goal scorer. Out of other options, flicks it long and wins a free kick. That's well done there. Nice situational awareness by Kiki Avalos. Avalos, who played 12 games in his grad transfer year at UIC, after 63 games for St. Xavier over 4 seasons there. Abador winning that one out of the air, only as far as A.R. Smith. The two number 4s dueling there, Abador and Mentasti. Kimiavi will flick it on, no one ahead of him. Wador. Gallegos Munoz. So skillful, number 28 in black. Here he is again, Gallegos Munoz. Good sliding challenge, though, by Toby Vimmer. Chacon once again, right place, right time. McLeod turning away from pressure. He's still going, McLeod. He'll slip it through. Chance here, Mentasti. Mentasti, big save by Allstott. Mentasti again. Couldn't quite find his balance. A big save by Allstott to keep it at 1-0. And a missed opportunity on the follow-up for Alejandro Mentasti. Just fluffed his lines there at the vital moment. Again, there haven't been a lot of moments for Chicago House in the attack tonight, but they have felt the most dangerous. Erickson looking down the line for Kimiavi. Kimiavi, challenge made by Chacon. It'll be a corner. 4th of the night for Edgewater Castle. Outswinging corner. Doesn't beat the first man. It'll be a throw-in near the corner flag. Taken short here for Kimiavi around Gallegos Munoz. Kimiavi tried to slip it through. Good step there by Wador. Spartiatis for Vimmer. Erickson. Still Erickson. Gustav Erickson saved by Marfo and cleared by Kramer. Bit of a knuckler, that shot. And Marfo did well to keep his body in front of it. Kimiavi giving and going. Still Kimiavi. Looks to slip it through for Cardano. Cardano low cross. Vital challenge there by Kramer to put it behind for another corner as Spartiatis was waiting for a potential tap-in. Lots of very good defending, both individually and as a team so far tonight by Chicago House. Corner kick number 5 to be taken by Kimiavi. In swinger, flicked on and over the top by Spartiatis. He was marked on that occasion by Flo Wador. Wador, 22 games over the last 2 years for Chicago State. It's his 2nd year with House. Transferred to Chicago State from Eastern Oklahoma State, native of Aubon, France. Here is Wador. Just couldn't quite get the curve on that pass up the line. Throw-in for the Rooks. Spartiati's flicking it on. Kramer will easily win the race for the loose ball. He's going to try to let this roll out for a goal kick, and he will, despite Kimiavi's best efforts. Meanwhile, on the south side at Soldier Field, the Fire and Toronto FC have just gotten underway. Opportunity for the Fire to pick up another 3 points. They've won 4 of their last 5. The MLS side has gotten themselves into the playoff picture in the MLS Eastern Conference. Toronto FC second from bottom, only ahead of Inter Miami, who probably aren't going to be in last place for long. That'll be a throw-in in front of the House bench for House. Chacon. And Spartiatis has gone down behind the play, and Jack Kramer tells his teammate to play it out, and that does not look good. Spartiatis just down in a heap. And as I mentioned, he's due to travel back to Greece in the coming days, so concerns for him beyond tonight if he's unable to continue. A couple players have gotten up to warm up on the Edgewater bench, maybe just in case. Spartiati is currently just in conversation with the referee as the clock continues to tick at 28.5 minutes played. And Spartiatis looks like he's going to be okay to carry on for now. Quick chat there with Kramer. Referee urging for things to be resumed. Should be a throw-in on the near side for Edgewater Castle, which I'd expected him to throw directly back to Chicago House. And that is what will happen. Kimiavi will send it back for Marfo. Something to keep an eye on, the fitness of number 20 in blue. Chacon again looking to send a long ball forward. Avalos again flicking it on. Been his chief job tonight, Kiki Avalos. Aside from being the game's lone scorer, of course. This is hit long over the top, making the run was Erickson. But the ball too far ahead of him, into the path of Marfo. Juggled a bit there momentarily, maybe a slightly nervous moment. And he'll roll it out into the middle for McLeod, who immediately gives it away. Could be a big chance here for Edgewater. Crespo sliding challenge, and the foul is going to be called on Crespo. The initial challenge came in from Elias McLeod, and the referee is going to say McLeod won the ball, and that Crespo then went through the back of him. Free kick for House. Chacon's pass only finds an opponent. Benedetto on that occasion. Space to turn here for Houseman. Kimiavi again one-on-one with Wador. Kimiavi chipping it to the middle, headed away by Kramer. Crespo into the middle for Houseman. Houseman looking to turn, was closed out by a combination of McLeod and Smith. Gallegos Munoz looks to send it ahead, but mishits his pass. Vimmer will recycle things for the Rooks. Robson. Again looking for Kimiavi. Kimiavi with the back heel off Wador for a throw. And a whistle. Free kick. And again, I think it's Spartiatis getting a bit too aggressive in his efforts to get on the end of that ball. Some great soccer jerseys, as to be expected, in the crowd tonight, in particular with the Women's World Cup only 5 days away. There's a Megan Rapinoe USA jersey just below me, as well as a Beth Mead number 9 Arsenal jersey, the England winger, who will sadly be one of the many star players out injured for this tournament. And a bit of an ACL epidemic of sorts in the women's game over the last 12 months, and it's going to deprive some of the game's biggest stars from getting a chance to shine on the world stage. England, though, still second favorites, according to Vegas, behind, of course, the United States. Looking to win their 3rd straight World Cup. Something that's never been done on the men's or women's side. Cardano ended up in the same space there for a moment as Crespo, who he'll hand to now. Kind of an aimless ball to the middle there, and ping-pongs around until it's cleared by Kramer to Gallegos Munoz. Into the feet of Mentasti. Seymour, nice play here by House. And Kiki Avalos in all sorts of room down the far side. First time cross is just too high for Mentasti. I don't think Avalos knew just how much room he had, as Mentasti can't quite keep that in. I think if he could do it over again, Avalos would have taken that ball under control and charged at goal, and then made a decision whether to square it or shoot himself. He was in acres of space down the far side. Both teams having survived some nervous moments in the last 3 or 4 minutes. House looking to pass their way out of pressure here, and Wynn won't quite keep that in. Run for Edgewater Castle. Abador, who also serves as an assistant coach for Edgewater Castle. Smith and Houseman tangling in midfield. A.R. Smith wins it. Immediately looking for Gallegos Munoz, but good cover there by David Abador. Nice pass by Cardano to find Crespo. Crespo passed 1. Crespo passed 2. Crespo squaring, and Wador gets there first for House. Another vital defensive intervention by a member of the Chicago House backline. Nice step there, and we got bodies everywhere. First, it was a clash between Mentasti and Benedetto, and then Benedetto found himself on the turf as well. Referee's going to pull it back, though, I believe, for a foul by Benedetto on Mentasti for a Chicago House free kick as Mentasti stays down. Crespo and Abador pleading their teammates' case that he won the ball. Referee explaining the decision to Abador, the Rooks captain. Win down the line, Lon and Mentasti. There's room there, certainly, down the left of Edgewater Castle's defense due to this kind of asymmetric formation they're playing. Cardano, with how much he likes to get forward, isn't really playing as a fullback at all, and there is certainly room to exploit for Chicago House behind Cardano down the right side of the House attack. Marfo taking a lot of time over his passes, has to be careful. Has been thus far. About 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go here in the first half. All the way out to the corner of his area is Allstott, and he's just there ahead of A.R. Smith. Cleared forward by Benedetto, sent right back, free kick for the Rooks, as Crespo this time found himself on the turf. for tonight's game. Peter Wilt, president of Chicago House, dubbing this rivalry the North Branch Derby on account of our proximity to the North Branch of the Chicago River. It's just really over my left shoulder from here, and the Rooks play their home games at the Fire Pitch, which is only about a half a mile, if that, due north of here. It's probably even less. It's probably about a quarter of a mile. It's more or less just on the other side of Lane Tech High School, which is off to the north. Kimiabi. Erickson taking up a more attacking position. Robson. Edgewater continue to turn the screw. Their pressure yet to pay off, though, in the form of a goal. Vimmer. All the way across for Cardano. Down the line, this is Houseman. One-on-one with A.R. Smith. Free kick, Edgewater Castle. Looked like Smith caught the ankle of Houseman before he caught any of the ball. And a more or less corner kick from a slightly better angle upcoming here for the Rooks. Christian Crespo over this dead ball. He's got Cardano as an option short to his right. We saw Edgewater Castle do that from a corner earlier where they passed short to Cardano to get a different angle on the cross. Crespo will curve it in towards the back post. Benedetto heads wide, but a foul first. Just finding himself on the ground was McLeod. Would have been a goal kick at worst, though, from a House perspective, as Benedetto's header was off target. Quick restart here from Marfo. Abador stepping ahead of Mentasti. Here's A.R. Smith. Another ball sent long. Mentasti's going to try to run this down. I'm not sure if he was onside or not. Either way, it's a throw-in. From my view, I think he was on. Could have been another awkward moment there down their defensive left for Edgewater Castle. Kramer wins that away from Crespo. Another throw-in for Edgewater. Avalos dropping here into midfield ahead for Mentasti, who this time is offside. Nice coordinated step forward there by Abador and Benedetto to draw the flag. I'll stop the keeper telling his teammates to get forward, and then he'll throw the changeup and play it short for Benedetto. Spartiatis able to turn. Still Spartiatis. You don't want him running at your goal. Giving and going with Houseman. Spartiatis lifts the shot up and over. The field goal is up, and it is good. Might have been wide right, but from my angle, I think that went through the uprights. About 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go in this first half. An early goal by Kiki Avalos, the difference. Off a turnover by Edgewater keeper Allstott. House have really only had one or two other attacks since. But Edgewater Castle unable to take advantage of their disproportionate amount of possession. Houseman. Crespo looking to turn under pressure. Still Crespo, surrounded by 4 defenders, flicks it down the line. Spartiatis trying to get there. Spartiatis got there about the same time as Marfo. Referee says no call, and Spartiatis, I think, got clipped. It was near exact timing there. I think Spartiatis got the ball first, but then Marfo got a hand to it as well. And Spartiatis, who needed to take a moment to stretch out earlier. Looks like his right foot might have just gotten caught up there between Kramer and Marfo as they all reached the ball. Erickson. Sandwiched there by a couple house defenders. Here's Flo Wador looking to get away from trouble. Battling with Erickson. Erickson holding it for now. Wanting either a foul or some help. He'll get the help from Hausman. Abador right into the feet of Spartiatis. Vimmer. Kimiabi left that, but Spartiatis wasn't where he expected. Chance now for House to counter for the first time in a while. Seymour. Gallegos Munoz. Avalos making the run down the far side. Here he is, Kiki Avalos. Kiki Avalos waiting. Still Avalos, saved by Allstott. Loose ball, Seymour! 2-0 House. Shannon Seymour bursts forward from midfield and cleans up the rebound. And on the stroke of halftime, Chicago House doubled their lead.
Minute by number 8, Shannon Seymour.
Edgewater Castle will be wondering not only how they're not winning, how they're down 2. Again, you can count on one hand the number of actual attacks that Chicago House have had tonight, but they have made them count. And it's Shannon Seymour roofing in that rebound. And once again, down the left side of the Edgewater defense, wide open for Avalos to run into. And Chicago House made it count this time. 2-0 here in the 44th minute of play. And A.R. Smith sends that ball down the street. My condolences to whoever has to go retrieve that during halftime. So 2-0 Chicago House. Kimiavi back here for Robson. Kimiavi off Wador, throw in. We're hearing there's going to be 2 minutes of added time, which is a little low given that we've had a couple injury stoppages and 2 goals. Spartiatis has a hit. He dragged it wide.
The clock is at 45 minutes and official time is being kept on the field. The fourth official has indicated that a minimum of 2 minutes of extra time will be played in the first half.
House in no rush to put this ball back in play as we're into added time. 2-0 on goals, really bookending this first half. The opener from Ricardo Kiki Avalos and Shannon Seymour in the 44th minute with the second. House with the win tonight, an opportunity to put some pressure on top of the table, Charney Yaslow. Mentasti flicks it on, Seymour challenging there with Abador, throw in for the House. So we've played 1 minute of the minimum of 2. Again, no rush by the home side to put this ball back in play. They're just looking to get to halftime at 2-0. Another throw in for House on the far side. About 30 seconds of those 2 minutes still to go. Another throw in for Wynn. Seymour bringing it down. Edgewater Castle able to regain possession. Maybe time for one attack. Spartiatis surrounded. Still Spartiatis. Still Spartiatis. Referee's going to pull that back for a free kick as there were hands all over number 20 in blue. And the minimum of 2 minutes has been played, so this is going to be about it in terms of remaining action in this first half. Edgewater do launch it forward. Header won by Kramer. Referee will blow his whistle for halftime. And it wasn't the prettiest 45 minutes of soccer for Chicago House, but an incredibly efficient half. They lead 2-0 after 45 minutes on goals from Avalos and Seymour. We'll take a break here for halftime. You're watching the Midwest Premier League here on Recruitlings.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Our staff at Soccer 2000 live, eat, and breathe soccer. When you come into Soccer 2000, you're going to be talking to somebody who knows the sport. So if you have questions about footwear, you're going to get answers. If you have questions about the replica jerseys, you're going to get answers, because that is our expertise. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits from the top manufacturers to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Soccer 2000 provides exceptional individual and club service. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
We're building!
We're building. We're building.
An academic wing.
An athletic complex.
A library.
A modern campus.
Family.
Traditions. School spirit.
Respect.
We're building.
We're building.
We're building.
Success.
Champions.
Legacy.
Leaders.
Excellence.
Health.
Inclusion.
A Vincentian mission. Community.
We're building.
We're building.
We're building DePaul College Prep.
Since our founding in 2014, we have been building something incredible at DePaul College Prep. We've built a name, a campus, and a welcoming community. We've built upon the service-focused charism of the Vincentians. We've built on the foundation of a diverse, exciting, and beautiful city. We've built the curriculum and programs to provide a rigorous Vincentian Catholic college prep education. We've built a community who live out our mission and vision.
At DePaul College Prep, we truly are building in so many ways and have been since laying the foundation in 2014. We are so proud to see our students, faculty, and alumni immersed in our mission of teaching, learning, faith, and service. And we're grateful for the young women and men who have been a special part of our school community over the past 9 years and who strive to have a positive impact in our neighborhoods, our city, and our world.
The energy around our community of faith and learning is palpable. Our enrollment has risen every year since our founding in 2014. We will soon welcome more than 1,100 students who come to us from nearly 60 different zip codes from around the city.
Lots of us come from different backgrounds and religious affiliations, but at the same time, we don't really take that into account because we all come together and we support each other in what we believe in. And so I feel like that support system is very important in building an inclusive community.
It just feels like a big family. Like everyone goes back to the community because of how welcoming it is and how easy it is to make friends here.
My favorite part of being a student here at DePaul College Prep is just the family and the community that we have built here.
They're always encouraging students to be heard and to put their voice out there, whether it's a new club being made or some type of after-school activity.
At the core of DePaul College Prep's growth is the people who work hard to make our vision a reality. Our leadership and faculty have designed a rigorous curriculum paired with meaningful co-curricular programming. Our academic partnership with DePaul University, dedicated faculty, innovative curriculum, and welcoming community creates an environment that encourages intellectual curiosity and values each student. We have teachers and coaches who align with our mission and help support our students' success in academics, athletics, activities, and personal and spiritual development. We provide modern spaces and technology needed to serve our community. And as we speak, the addition of our much-needed South Academic Wing is underway and will open in the fall of 2023. This extension will include 19 classrooms, 2 science labs, and a dining space. Our most important work is helping to form young women and men who are ready for college, university, and life. We are already seeing the fruits of our labor as our graduates matriculate at a rich array of nationally ranked colleges and universities across the country and are beginning their careers in a multitude of industries.
The success of DePaul Prep students and alumni has helped ignite the school's growth and has established the school as a community anchor.
As someone who's been a part of the DePaul College Prep family since day one, I am humbled by the interest and support of our students and families from our surrounding neighborhoods and across the city. And it's not just that we've seen the enrollment numbers go up, which is critical, but it's about each and every student we serve. DePaul Prep is a special community. These are talented, caring, smart, young women and men who want to contribute to what we are building here.
As we evaluated schools, we were really impressed with the foundation that's been built here at DePaul, but now that we're a part of this, we feel like we're a part of something that's building, and I've moved from being impressed to really being proud.
At DePaul Prep, I remember my first day walking in, I'm like, okay, I got some big shoes to fill, and ever since that day, it's made me into who I am.
When I started at DePaul Prep, I was definitely not the best student. Never imagined that I was even going to get into college, let alone have all these options. I've right now 12 options of college.
When our oldest, Cole, was in the college process, who is now a freshman at Notre Dame, he was able to have many selections of colleges, and we credit DePaul Prep for setting him up, as well as our son John, with college options. And that is what we're most proud of for our boys.
All the construction that's been put into the school, I'm excited to see where it will lead us for my little sister and future students. Everything's changing in a new school, but I think it's something special, and I think it's something that not every kid gets to experience.
The last 9 years have brought DePaul College Prep its new campus in Roscoe Village, a multi-sport stadium, the David J. and Carrie R. Carlson Library, a fitness center, multiple labs, and other facilities that have helped create a future-ready environment for our students and teachers. As the school's 10th anniversary nears, continued growth is on the horizon. We're building DePaul College Prep.
We ask ourselves St. Vincent de Paul's central question, what must be done? And then we answer that question by building. By building DePaul Prep to be a leader in academics, in faith life, in the social and emotional wellness of our students, and by building our physical campus to be a community anchor for the city of Chicago and its families. With the academic facilities now safely secured, we turn our attention to building our endowment for scholarships and building our indoor athletic complex to complement our modern outdoor stadium. The indoor athletic complex is an essential element for the vibrancy and education of the DePaul Prep community. It's more than a home for our student athletes and teams. It's spaces for our health and wellness and gym classes, and a place for the DePaul Prep community to come together for pep rallies, assemblies, dances, all-school masses, and important school ceremonies. Will you help make tonight our most successful step forward in our plans to build DePaul College Prep? Build with us, not only to mark our first 10 years, build with us so that 20, 30, 50 years from now and beyond, we can all be proud of what we've accomplished for the families of Chicago and for all of those who are a special part of the DePaul College Prep family. We have laid a strong foundation, but we have more to do. With your help and support, we will achieve success. I'm so grateful for all you do for DePaul College Prep. Now let's keep moving forward together. Come, build with us.
We're building!
We're building.
We're building! We're building DePaul Prep!
Welcome back live to DePaul College Prep. We have a slight delay here at the start of the second half. We don't know if play is going to resume here promptly or not. Waiting for word on the lights here at DePaul College Prep, which were due to go on automatically right at about the start of this game. We will keep you posted on if there will be any delay to the second half of play. This is Midwest Premier League action here on Recruitlings. Well, let there be light here at DePaul College Prep. The lights didn't need time to warm up at all. And we are all good to go here for the second half of action here on Recruitlings in this Midwest Premier League matchup between Chicago House and Edgewater Castle FC. I'm Alex Campbell. Shout out to our producers on this broadcast, Eric Rashi and Trent Pfeiffer, for their work behind the scenes, making everything tick and go. Looks like we don't have any substitutions for either side at the half. It'll be Chicago House to get us started in the all-black, going left to right. Edgewater Castle in light blue and maroon. An early goal by Ricardo Kiki Avalos opened the scoring. And then Chicago House basically didn't threaten the goal for the next 35 minutes until they scored the second. A blast into the roof of the net on a rebound by Shannon Seymour. If I had to guess, it was about 80% possession in favor of the visitors in that first half. How will they respond to this unexpected scoreline? And they're going to start by Cardano committing a foul on Avalos. Free kick right along the near sideline for Chicago House. Here is Avalos, who's sometimes looked like a striker and sometimes looked like a right wing back positionally tonight. I would expect we're going to see more and more of him in the latter role as this goes on. Although I think the more interesting question in terms of tactics is for Edgewater Castle. What substitutions will they make? How will they change their personnel's roles out on the field? Trying to get back into this. Here's Avalos, though, almost getting there, and well done by Edgewater to avoid the ball and let it roll out for a goal kick. But a third goal for Chicago House would certainly feel like game over, the way this game has gone. Although we've seen crazier things in the Midwest Premier League, Chicago House did score 14 goals in a game earlier this season, so you never know quite what you're going to get. Goal kick here for Jacob Allstott. Winning that header over Crespo, flicked on by Avalos. A.R. Smith, a silky first touch there by the Chicago House captain. Then booted long by Kramer. Smith picking up the pieces. Mentasti sending it into the penalty area. It was a great ball if there had been anybody making that run. Picked up by Allstott. Abador will launch it long, straight up field. Header well won by Chacon. Into the feet of Avalos. Avalos. Referee says no foul, still fought for. Kiki wants the free kick, he's not going to get it. Seymour blocked that attempted ball forward. Kimiavi. Houseman. Gallegos Munoz slid in. Kimiavi kept possession. Houseman again. Back for Kyle Robson. Vimmer was hit late. Free kick for Edgewater Castle. Seems to be a good time to note the available players on the bench for each team. Edgewater Castle has 2 goalkeepers, Mason Meats and Jack Monson in reserve. Also Blake Mooney, Murtada Camille, Gabe Cavallero, Clement Niagena, William Achampong, Jake Kruger, George Fala, Kenny Nana, and Enzo Degatti. Meanwhile, on the bench for Chicago House are goalkeepers Tony Halterman and Billy Castro. They're joined by Jasper Waddington, Georgie Spasoff, Isaac Carnala, Daniel Hayes, John Alzate, Damian Imarino, and Damon Almazan. House out of possession right now, basically sitting in a 4-5-1 with Alejandro Mentasti the only real attacker. Here's a chance for Edgewater picking up a loose touch. Batiatis. Houseman will have a go. That shot takes deflection and rolls easily for Marfo. Seymour got his foot to that one. Referee will whistle it for a free kick. And every dead ball is an opportunity for House to run time off, but Smith will take it quickly, and the referee did not like where the ball was sitting when he took it. Elsewhere in Chicago soccer tonight, 0-0 at the half. Or approaching halftime, I should say, between the Chicago Fire and Toronto FC. It is officially at the half now at Soldier Field, as that one's hauled in by Allstott. Smith dueling there with Crespo. Still they tangle legs. Free kick, Chicago House. And got to be careful here. Both those guys threw some arms out, and you got to be careful. You hit somebody in the neck or the head, and that could be an easier red card. And Smith has walked away, and Cardano is still restraining Crespo here. Referee's going to ask to talk to both A.R. Smith and Christian Crespo after that. I think we might see a double yellow card. And we will. So yellow cards both ways for A.R. Smith of Chicago House. And for Christian Crespo of Edgewater Castle, the first bookings of the night.
Yellow card crossing shown to House Captain A.R. Smith, number 14 in the 51st minute, and number 17, Christian Crespo from Edgewater Castle.
A few further questions for the referee from some House players, I think, saying that the initiation of that scuffle came from Crespo, so why are both players punished? But in general, I think that's good refereeing there to try to keep the peace and diffuse the situation. Play restarted. Smith tried to flick it, worked out, came right back to him as he's closed down. Gave it away there to Benedetto. And well done by Vimmer to slide tackle that ball out of trouble. Launched downfield by Benedetto. Header won there by Chacon, who's quietly had a very good game, the center back, number 15 for House. Gallegos Munoz. Here's Avalos. Avalos taking on the defense. Still Avalos, rolls it through. Mentasti, Avalos, almost a beautiful one too. As Mentasti backheeled it just maybe too strongly. Avalos didn't look quite ready for it. Almost a gorgeous goal for Edgewater Castle. Excuse me, for Chicago House, who, unlike in the first half where Edgewater Castle dominated the play, it's House who've looked more up for it in the opening 7 minutes of this second half. Spartiatis, excuse me. After Crespo and now Cardona. He'll launch it toward the far side, looking for Kimiavi, who's got to really run to get to this one. He'll save a goal kick. It's a throw-in for House on the far side. Taken back there by Edgewater briefly, and they've won a throw, and a man has stayed down after that contact. I think it's Erickson. Looks like there are 5 players getting loose for House as potential subs. Only a couple are off the Edgewater bench. Throw in for the Rooks, down in the far corner. In for Spartiatis. I think he was looking to win a corner. Instead, it's to the middle. Vimmer will have a hit from distance, takes a deflection, and spins out for a goal kick. Last off of, I believe, it was Robson who'd gotten forward there to help out. Barking instructions from his back line is David Abador, the Edgewater captain, asking his teammates to stay high and put some pressure on. Win gives that away to Benedetto. Erickson. He's dispossessed. And now here's Gallegos Munoz. A.R. Smith making a run straight down the middle of the field. There's no passing lane, though, to find him. Chacon. Into the feet there of Avalos. Seymour giving and going. Avalos got a foot to it. Ball is loose. Avalos is still there. It's loose in the 18-yard box. And Edgewater do just enough after it looked like Allstott might have been leaving the goal gaping for Avalos to score his second. Gallegos Munoz. Still Isaiah to the end line. Isaiah crossing, held by Allstott. But another big moment. Chicago House nearly with a third. Avalos just getting tripped up enough in his confrontation with the goalkeeper. And that's a free kick for House, fouled by Crespo. 10 minutes played here in the second half. The home side continuing to lead 2-0 here at DePaul College Prep on this humid Saturday evening in the North Center neighborhood of Chicago. Florian Wador for House, who have no better ally the rest of the way, at least as it stands, than the clock. Chacon looking for A.R. Smith, who will pop up as a sort of shadow striker at times. Chacon winning that one out of the air and sending Kimiavi back. Surprised we haven't seen any changes yet from Edgewater Castle. They've really got to find a way to change everything about the way this game's going. Outside of the boot, ball there by Seymour. Avalos! The juggle, the spin, the finish. It's 3-0 Chicago House. A beautiful assist by Shannon Seymour, but what a finish. Kiki Avalos doubles up his tally, and House lead by 3. Just heard down the press box, it's the Shannon and Kiki show, and yes, indeed it is. Ricardo Avalos. Putting on a show tonight. No giveaway, no mistake involved by Edgewater there. Just a great ball by Seymour. And then the acrobatics and the delicate touch from Avalos. 3-0 Chicago House. And now Edgewater has got to give everything to the attack if they're going to get back into this one. Cardano, Crespo. Hearing that Ethan Hausman is going to be subbing out For Edgewater Castle, they're going to be making a change. Wador, Seymour. That cleared only as far as Kramer. Wador up the line. It's a throw in for House. The home team in full control here now. Seymour. And spaces are just going to keep opening up here for House. They could score even more. Here's Shannon Seymour. Seymour, Avalos on a hat trick. Saved by Allstott. Avalos just has that spark tonight. Kimiavi giving and going with Vimmer. He'll launch it long. Spartiatis clearly not 100%. We saw him reach for the inside of his leg at one point and go down with a knock in the first half, and then his ankle, I think, got tweaked a bit as well, and he's clearly not running at 100% right now, number 20 in blue, but still a very dangerous player even at, say, 70%. Win outside of the boot flick, easily intercepted by Vimmer. And talk about a night that's not only been impressive with his 2 goals for Kiki Avalos, he's doing a job defensively as well. It's just an all-around great teammate performance by number 10 in black so far tonight. Edgewater have that change ready at the next opportunity. Vimmer knocking it forward. Vimmer past Wador, slips on the turf, got a touch to it, and in the end, we have a whistle. And I think it's going to be a free kick for Edgewater Castle. And the substitution will be made now. Leaving the field is number 13, Ethan Hausman, and he's been replaced by number 12, William Achampong.
Number 13, Ethan Hausman. That's 12 for 13 in the 60th minute.
So Achampong enters the game. A 23-year-old Ghanaian player actually moved to the United States relatively recently from Ghana. And it's actually a good name in Ghanaian professional footballing history. There was a William Achampong who played in the Belgian league for Royal Antwerp a handful of years ago, so maybe some nominative determinism going on there. Can Achampong provide some sort of spark on this set piece? Curved in, flicked on. Cardano has a shot, and it's cleared away by Kramer. 60 minutes played, and here comes Wynn flying forward to put the pressure there on Abador. And cleared by Allstott. Into the night. Throwing on the far side for House. Well, I said earlier when it was 2-0, they looked like the better team coming out of half in a game where Edgewater Castle absolutely needed to be on the front foot. Now it's 3-0, and they're in full control as an Edgewater player, a House player has just sat down. I think it's Wynn, who looks like he might be cramping up. And the referee already signaling a change is going to be necessary here. A couple House players taking the opportunity for a stretch. And so that's going to be the end of the night for Aaron Wynn. A very solid performance tonight at right back for him. Only some light warm-up was going on, so this is going to be a player coming into the game relatively cold. And it sounds like Damian Iamarino is going to be the player coming in to replace him. So Damian Iamarino, native of Daytona Beach, Florida, subs into the game. Is a tri-citizen of the United States, Canada, and Italy. Damian Iamarino. was playing in Serie D, the 4th division of Italian football before this, or Italian calcio, I suppose I should say. And right now it looks like a like-for-like change, as Iamarino, who we've seen for House play basically everywhere this season, he's going to go in at right back. Iamarino also played for Canada at the U17 level back in his youth. 21 years old now. Also played in the Orlando City Academy before his move to Italy. Flo Ador will send this upfield. Mentasti just flicking it down toward the middle of the field. No one there. Can Edgewater find a goal to give this game some new life as a contest? Just kept in on the near side there by Crespo. Given away, though, to A.R. Smith. Smith will send it ahead. Getting on his horse is Iamarino, but it's played back by Benedetto to Allstott to restart things. 63 minutes gone. Crespo will not keep that one in. Another throw in for House and another opportunity for some time to tick off the clock. Crespo, heavy touch. It's got tangled up with Avalos, and it's going to be a free kick for Edgewater Castle. The foul made by Avalos, but he certainly came off the worse. And he looks to be down in some pain here as Crespo checks on him. Edgewater players understandably wanting the 2-goal scorer Avalos to get back to his feet in a timely manner here. Referee says he's adding the time. I also don't think Avalos knows that this free kick has been awarded against him. So it will be interesting to see his reaction when he stands up. Avalos maybe just taking a nice break. As I mentioned, the air is getting increasingly smoky this evening here in Chicago, with that smoke drifting down from the wildfires up in Canada. And Avalos has just now realized that the free kick is in favor of Edgewater, and he's confused as to why. The referee's only response is to tell him how far away he has to stand from the impending Rooks free kick. Erickson to take, swinging it toward the far side. Heads go up, it bounces through, ball is loose, and the offside flag is up, and a save was made anyway by Tyler Marfo. It wouldn't have mattered, but a good save made by Marfo nonetheless under pressure. And an opportunity there for somebody, anybody, to get a touch on that delivery. But in the end, it's simply an offside. Smith. McLeod, out wide for Wador, sending it forward up and over everyone. Block there by Avalos, looks to be okay. Header one the wrong direction there by Kramer. Chacon helps him out. There goes Munoz, nice turn away from pressure. McLeod. Chicago House looking deservedly confident in possession right now, up 3 goals. Roman on the far side, upcoming for Chicago House. Benedetto swings it forward, unable to find a teammate, though, as that rolls for Chacon. Kramer will race this one to the sideline and just keep it in play. Well done there by Kramer, as Benedetto sends it out to touch. Chicago House's final game will be on the road next weekend up at Rockford. Again, Edgewater Castle still with the DeKalb County, Charna Yaslo, and RWB Adria to play this summer. Here's Gallegos Munoz after a good first touch, surrounded by blue shirts. Skips past one. This is a race to the end line, and that is a corner off the end flag there. Off the corner flag, I should say. Coming into the weekend, Charna Yaslo led the league on 16 points. A win tonight for Chicago House would put them on 15. Very much still in the race. Corner kick for House, their first of the night. Swung in, bouncing around, and cleared away by the Rooks. Whistle, free kick. As left in a heap was Quentin Benedetto. Long ball, header won by Jack Kramer. Again, they're not going to show up on the score sheet, but Kramer and Chacon in particular, the center back pairing tonight for Chicago House, have been excellent. Marino with some space. To the middle. Avalos. Avalos will have a go. Why not? He's on a hat trick, but that is wide right of the uprights. And behind the play, Shannon Seymour has gone down, and that does not look good. Seymour down, holding, I hope it's not his right knee. He's saying to hold off for now on trainer help, though, so hopefully he's okay. Seymour with that lovely assist on the game's third goal and the score of the game's second goal. And there is going to be a sub. John Alzate is going to be brought into this game. No reason to risk Shannon Seymour, given the scoreline the way it is. So Alzate, the native of Medellin, Colombia, will replace Shannon Seymour. Edgewater going to be making a change as well. Going off is number 17, that's Christian Crespo. And he's been replaced by Murtada Camille. Camille, the number 9. An Iraqi striker, and a round of applause for Shannon Seymour, a goal and assist for him tonight as he leaves the field. Camille, who played for Edgewater Castle in 2018 through 2021 before spending last summer with Berber City. And Camille has gone right up front alongside Spartiatis. 19 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Looks like Alzate has gone into central midfield like for Seymour. Here's Gallegos Munoz, still showing all sorts of energy on the ball. Tried to flick it wide, but it was broken up by Vimmer. Given away by Kimiavi. Back heel. Good sliding challenge by Robson. Alzate. Alzate, who played his college soccer at Taylor University. Sliding in there went Gallegos Munoz. Got the ball, but I'm not sure Matt Poland will want his guys taking those sorts of risks in this sort of game state. Robson launching long. Over the head of Camille, Chacon wins the header. Edgewater getting forward, though. Here's Erickson. Wide to the near side for Cardano. Back for Gustav Eriksson. And Edgewater just have not found the sparks they've needed in this second half to keep this a game. Foul by Eriksson, given away on McLeod. Free kick for House. Amador playing further forward, but he's passed that directly back to Mentosti. On a hat trick, this is Avalos. Avalos, still Avalos, will shoot. Open net, what a block! What a block! Kyle Robinson denies Isaiah Gallegos Munoz from what looked like a sure fourth goal for Chicago House. A.R. Smith. Push to the ground. Referee says Achimpong won the ball first. Chacon, those steps in front of Camille. And that's going to roll out on the far side for a throw. A.R. Smith asking why that wasn't a foul by Achimpong. Edgewater preparing another sub. That sub will be Toby Vimmer leaving and Gabe Cavallero coming in when Edgewater are able to make it. Time just running out here for Edgewater. They're going to actually make a double change at that next stoppage. Cardano getting forward. Kimiavi's wide of him. Sliding challenge by Jack Kramer. Roberto Cardano is also going to leave the game. And Clement Niagena will be the other sub. So it's Niagena and Cavallero in, Cardano and Vimmer out. More attacking changes for the Rooks. It's actually going to be a free kick, not a throw-in, it looks like. Well, to say actually at the moment. It is going to be a throw-in. Kimiavi to take. In for Camille. Back for Kimiavi. Kimiavi's cross, claims for a handball, and the flag was up first. That first pass by Camille back to Kimiavi. Kimiavi was offside.
Entering the match, number 11, Clement Niagiana. Exiting the match, number 19, Roberto Cardano. Also in the 75th minute, entering the match, number 10, Gabriel Cavallero. Exiting the match, number 18, Toby Vimmer.
A tangle down the near side. Both players go down, and the referee says free kick Chicago House. Maybe a little frustration starting to set in now for the Rooks on what's been a difficult evening. Some Edgewater fans unhappy with the call. Iamarino launching a cross in. Robson gets his head to it. And just keeping that from a corner was Allstott. It will be a throw for House on the far side. Here in the 77th minute. In the 57th minute of play, that Chicago Fire game remains scoreless. Cross to the middle. Niagena made a mess of that. Avalos! What a save by Allstott. Avalos thought he had his hat trick all wrapped up. Allstott stuck out a left boot and denied him. What a save the best we've seen tonight by either goalkeeper. And then off the ball, we've seen a House player go down. They were standing next to Quentin Benedetto, and I believe it's Elias McLeod. And that there might have been some contact, but that looked maybe a touch dramatic, knowing that Benedetto was still pretty agitated about that earlier free kick call. It's going to be a corner to be taken here by Avalos. Referee eagle-eyed looking for any infractions in the penalty area when this is taken. Outswinger into the middle, and predictably 3 players are on the ground, and the referee says no penalty to all 3. There's a bit of a mess of bodies in there. It was kind of tough to tell what happened. That ball just rolled out of play, and Bardia Kimiabi can't believe it. It's going to be a throw-in for House, back on the right side of the field. Substitution, another for Edgewater Castle. Leaving the match is number 20, Evangelos Spartiatis, and he will be replaced by number 23, George Falla. Falla, a 20-year-old native of Liberia. Here in the 79th minute. Trying to connect there were Mentasti and A.R. Smith. Camille wants a handball. Referee says no. Chacon lifting it to the far side of the field toward Gallegos Munoz. A little too much on that one to keep in play. That one's flicked on toward Erickson, who's bursting forward. Could be a chance here for the Rooks. Erickson crossing, deflection, ball is loose. What a vital challenge by Iamarino. Achampong came sprinting in, and desperate defending by number 27 in black keeps the clean sheet. Free kick for Edgewater on the far side. Erickson launches this into the area. Header won by A.R. Smith. Abador sends it back forward. Oh, and a big collision. Oh my, we'll turn the camera away from this one. A scary, scary collision on the near side. A clash of heads. It's, oh boy. Damian Iamarino is the man down for Chicago House. Can't see yet who the player is down for Edgewater. You might have been able to hear that. The referee telling all the players they need to get away from this situation. The Edgewater player has not moved. And now we see him move his arm. That's a good sign, at least. Iamarino has rolled over on his back. And getting up to hands and knees, but probably should be told to stay down right now. I think that's Benedetto. And still holding his face, I think that's Benedetto. Hopefully both these guys are going to be all right. Just that sound alone is scary. And there's no reason either of these players should be allowed to stay in this game. For their own safety, if nothing else. A.R. Smith and Bardia Kimiabi, the 2 players, 1 per team, keeping an eye on Benedetto. Meanwhile, Damian Iamarino is still seated on the turf. Might be some bandaging up that has to be done here as well. Looks like a bandage is currently being applied to Benedetto's head. So Benedetto's to his feet. He's going to walk off. Sub is going to be made here by Edgewater Castle, it looks like. Iamarino, though, remains on the turf. Now helped to his feet and noticeably woozy. But he's back to his feet. He'll walk off as well. We'll have to see who the substitutions are going to be for those two players. Here comes the first sub. First for Edgewater Castle. Benedetto is off. And he's replaced by number 24, Kenny Nana. Native of Mundelein, Illinois. Corresponding change coming for Chicago House as Iamarino will leave the field. Jasper Waddington, number 6, will be the player entering the game. So good to see those players both be able to go off under their own power after a scary collision. And Waddington is in for House. Clock is now at 84 minutes. We're looking at a solid 5+ minutes of stoppage time at the end of this one, you would have to think. Flick down the near side. Niajana keeps it in. And he's won a corner. All hands on deck at this point for Edgewater Castle. As we tick past 9 in the evening Central Time in an increasingly smoky Chicago night. Kimiabi to take. In swinging corner right in the middle. Headers 1 and in. Well, it might just be a consolation in the end, but Edgewater Castle are on the board. It's 3-1. Goal scored by number 10, Gabe Cavallero, off the bench onto the score sheet for Cavallero. 3-1 House. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Can Edgewater maybe find a second and make this a contest late? Certainly, we've got a more exciting 5+ minutes ahead of us than we thought a moment ago. Throw in on the near side. And now I think we're going to see House's milking of the clock, if you will, increase a bit. This is thrown down the near side and sent back forward by Abador. Erickson collects the loose ball. Cleared away by Chacon. Nana. He'll send it forward. That's cleared up into the air. Achampong had made the run. Niajena's header out of play for a House throw. Substitution coming for House. Damon Almazan is in. He'll replace the man with 2 goals tonight, Ricardo Avalos. No hat trick, but a great all-around performance for number 10 in black. And gets a deserved ovation from this crowd. Almazan, the Joliet native. Played in college at Purdue Fort Wayne before joining Steel City and then House ahead of the NISA season. So a substitution to take some more time off the clock, and Almazan some fresh legs as well. Fala putting the pressure on there. Loose touch by Wador. Achampong trying to hunt that down. And Edgewater back in possession. Cavallero. This game's not over quite yet. Kimiavi crossing in, up and over everybody. Niajena trying to get there. They'll keep it in play. Cavallero. Cavallero turning, dueling, throw-in. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Niajena looking to line up a throw. Into the penalty area, headed on. Falls to the feet of A.R. Smith, Gallegos Munoz. Almazan. And that's going to be last off of Kenny Nana. And it's a throw-in for House on the near side as the clock continues to run. But a late goal by Gabe Cavallero giving this game some late life. Headed by Fala straight up in the air. McLeod dueling there with Camille. Fala onto it. But maybe an errant pass. It's going to be a throw-in for House, as the clock will tick past the 89-minute mark before this ball is put back in play. As Gallegos Munoz kicks 2 different balls away that he doesn't seem too interested in throwing back in. And now he'll leave it for Flo Wador. Into the feet there of Mentasti. Throw in for Edgewater Castle. Fala and Chacon both took a swing. Free kick Edgewater Castle right near midfield. Six minutes of added time coming here. And that ball is just past the post. A long-range effort almost snuck in. Marfo might have had it covered, but it wasn't without some nerves there. As Niajena unleashed to that shot. Header one there by Waddington. And just clearing it away is Kramer. Sliding in Almazan. Alzate. And ball won there by Erickson. And here come Edgewater Castle the other way. Erickson still Erickson. And that's going to be a yellow card almost certainly for Jack Kramer for the tactical foul. And it is. But probably a smart yellow taken there by Kramer, all things considered. And a chance now in a set piece for Edgewater Castle to create some more danger. Erickson to take. We've got some pushing and shoving, and the referee wants a longer conversation with somebody. In this case, I believe it's going to be Elias McLeod. McLeod is claiming he's been stamped on. Referee now going into the thick of things to just have, I think, a more general conversation. I won't be shocked if there's a quick whistle after this free kick's taken. Edgewater players making runs all over the place. Erickson curling it in, heads go up, partially cleared away. Only as far, though, as Abador. House looking to counter, and another free kick. This time a foul by Alzate. Things getting quite chippy here in stoppage time. We've played 2.5 of the minimum of 6 minutes. I think David Abador might have had half a thought to shoot this. Instead, Kimiavi will take it short. Erickson back for Bardia Kimiavi. Kimiavi will line this up, curling at far post, headed away by Chacon. Gallegos Munoz just needs to clear this away. He'll find Alzate, could be a free run in, and the referee will play advantage. Mentasti straight down the middle, has Almazan to his right. Damon Almazan into the area, Almazan. Tricky, still going, still Almazan. And now Edgewater have it back. There's probably going to be a yellow card, though, at the next stoppage. Sent forward there by Achimpong. Here's Cavallero. Kramer's got to be careful. He's on a yellow. Referee says no foul, and play continues. Erickson. Tired legs everywhere. Cavallero won't keep it in, and the referee is now going to bring this back and award a yellow card to, I believe, David Abador. It is number 4 on Edgewater Castle. Abador goes into the book. 3 minutes and 40 seconds have been played of stoppage time. If nothing else, it's been a high-energy game here at DePaul College Prep. Alzate wins a throw. A win will take Chicago House to 4-3-2 on the season, and a House player has gone down on the far side. It is Gallegos Munoz. Past 4 minutes played of the minimum of 6, and by rights, 6 should be turning into, I think, at least about 8 at this rate. There goes Munoz, limping a couple steps and then stopping again. I think the referee's going to tell House they have to make a sub here rather than letting more time continue to run off the clock as we approach 5 minutes played. So Gallegos Munoz has gone to the bench and a sub has not yet been made. So for right now, House are defending with 10. House currently defending with 10 players. Something to keep an eye on. Gallegos Munoz wants to come back in the game, actually. Not sure why House wouldn't have just subbed him out there. Kimiavi now for Edgewater to the middle. Erickson got there ahead of Alzate. Gallegos Munoz is back on the field. That'll run out to the far side. Throw in for Chicago House. Wador in no hurry. Looking for Gallegos Munoz down that far side. Throw in for Edgewater. Approaching 6 minutes played here in stoppage time. Referee wants that throw taken further back. Nana. We've played the minimum of 6 minutes. How much more will the referee add on? Niagena. Wins a throw? No, it's a House throw, says the referee. Waddington, likewise taking his time. Header won there by Nana. Erickson for Kimiavi. Gives it away right to Elias McLeod. McLeod will stride forward. Near side, this is Mentasti. Mentasti trying to find a teammate. He does. Alzate. Almazan looking back for Alzate, cleared away, and that is going to do it. In their final home game of the season, a great team performance put on by Chicago House. They opened the scoring early off an Edgewater mistake with a long-range strike by Ricardo Avalos. Shannon Seymour doubled the lead on the stroke of halftime, and then it was Avalos again early in the second half who gave them a 3-0 lead. Gabe Cavallero able to claw one back for the visitors late, but in the end, it ends 3-1 in favor of Chicago House in this Midwest Premier League Heartland Division matchup. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in throughout the season to games here for Chicago House. It's been another great year of soccer here in Chicago. Again, a thank you tonight to the Recruitlings team of Trent Pfeiffer and Eric Rashi for their assistance in making this game happen. Thanks to the staff and crew here at DePaul College Prep and at Chicago House for all they do as well to make these games work. We'll have a post-game interview coming up, but for now, that will do it. I'm Alex Campbell. House win. What a way to close out their home schedule for 2023.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Our staff at Soccer 2000 live, eat, and breathe soccer. When you come into Soccer 2000, you're going to be talking to somebody who knows the sport. So if you have questions about footwear, you're going to get answers. If you have questions about the replica jerseys, you're going to get answers because that is our expertise. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits from the top manufacturers to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Soccer 2000 provides exceptional individual and club service. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Alex Campbell here on the field with Ricardo Avalos of Chicago House. 2 goals for him tonight in tonight's 3-1 win. Ricardo, first of all, congratulations on the win and your performance. I want to first ask about that first goal. Edgewater turned it over. They almost pass it right to you, and you score from about 30 yards out. What did you see on that play as you finished from long range?
No, I want to see the goalie kick it right to me. I seen that he was out of place, out of position, so I gave it a shot, and thank God it went in.
Then much like you score early in the first half, you score early in the second half to make it 3-0 at the time. Quite a pass by Shannon Seymour, and then quite the juggle from you. How do you remember that goal at this point? Because it was pretty soccer all around from you guys.
No, we have a connection at training, so we just bring it to the field, and we practice in training, so we connect in the field, and it happened. I wanted to see a walk play, and I went to the back of the line and gave it a shot.
So final home game of the season for you guys. You score 2 goals. It's a big win over a local rivalry. What does getting the 3 points tonight mean to you guys?
No, it was an important big 3. We came in strong. Before the game, we had planned it to come out strong, high press, and protect our home undefeated.
Well, protect your home, protect the house. You guys most certainly did. Well, best of luck next week on the road at Rockford in your final game of this summer season. Ricardo Avalos, the scorer of 2 goals, the man of the match tonight for Chicago House. And that'll do it for tonight's Midwest Premier League action. House win 3-1 here at DePaul College Prep. Thanks for tuning in on Recruitlings.